on WeatherScope. It may be spring on the calendar, but snow invades parts of the Northeast, while warm spring temperatures still linger in the Southwest. Those stories plus in-depth forecasts and analysis coming up in today's edition of WeatherScope.
Good morning. Dangerous heat and dry conditions continue in the Southwest. I'm Marshall Seese.
And I'm Mark Mancuso. While the Southwest bakes, the Northeast is anything but hot and dry. It is miserable. Heavy rains in Syracuse, New York caused flooding throughout the city. And the heavy rain started Saturday night and Sunday morning. Some snow fell. There was some light rain as the snow changed over during the day yesterday. Expect a mix of sun and clouds today. And it'll be another chilly day as well, with the winds gusting, highs only in the 50s. Well, Mother's Day in Boston was cool and rainy and gray and windy. What a rotten day, huh? High only in the low 50s and winds gusting over 30 miles an hour. And it even felt worse because of the wind chill. And guess what? Things will be getting better today, just in time for you to head back to work. Oh, just eat my heart out looking at the old home area. Well, look at this. Rochester, New York, 1 inch of snow. Caribou, Maine, almost 6 inches of snow. Record snowfall for May the 12th. It's a wacky Mother's Day. And now, on May the 13th, we have to change the date on that, we do have record lows coming on in Ohio, Indiana, and West Virginia. And after all this cold air moves out, we'll be looking at the flow turning westerly again this week in the Midwest. So you know what that means? That means a front will come across. It'll start to stretch out again. Strong inflow of moisture means return of rainy conditions in the Midwest. And there could be some more flooding problems as the soils are saturated here, and maybe some severe weather too. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar rainfall estimate and talk about what's been going on here the past 24 hours. There's a northwesterly flow here in the Midwest, and so showers and thunderstorms have been developing southeastward. A little rain this morning, St. Louis over to Louisville. Well, down to the south, an incredible deluge here around Martin and St. Lucie counties. Doppler radar estimates of anywhere from 5 to 9 inches of rain. Meanwhile, in the Northeast, there's all that soggy weather from yesterday, but now all the rain clouds are moving away as the storm spins up into Canada, and we do see clearing skies moving in. With those skies clearing up, that's why we had the record cold this morning in the Midwest. Still a northwesterly flow in the northeastern United States, and that means cool air coming in, and we're only in the 40s and 30s this morning. It's freezing in Cincinnati, and we're below freezing in Pittsburgh. Today's high temperatures will stay cool, only in the 50s from Detroit to Boston. A little farther south from Philly down to D.C. It should be milder, and reason why a lot of sunshine. Should be a beautiful day here today. Meanwhile, in the Midwest, clouds are thickening up here in southern Illinois and into Kentucky, and there has been a little light rain in the air this morning. We see that on our radars here, just light showers. That area of light rain is easing off to the east-southeast. Another place where there's a little bit of wet weather is way up here in northern Minnesota, as a trough is scraping by International Falls with a few light showers. Looking at the current temperatures, we see it's a cool morning in Chicagoland, only 34, while off to the west in the Twin Cities, it's not much warmer, 37. And with the clouds acting like a blanket, temperatures are in the upper 40s in Kansas City and in St. Louis. Today's highs will vary depending upon sun and clouds, a little cooler under the cloud cover, and we do anticipate some scattered showers and heavier storms down to the south and southern Kansas. More on that, the hot Southwest. Here's Marshall.
That's right, Mark. In contrast to the cooler than normal temperatures across the Northeast, some cities in the Southwest hit record highs yesterday, many of them in Utah. But a perfect example was Phoenix. Yesterday's high was 109 degrees. That broke the all-time record of 106 set most recently in 1988. And if you're looking for relief, you'll have to wait till the end of the week. Today's high is expected around 107. Denver did not reach a record high on Sunday, but who's complaining with scenes like this? Outdoors was definitely the place to be on Mother's Day. Today you can expect some evening showers and thunderstorms in the city. Temperatures again be warm with highs reaching near 80 degrees. What beautiful video. What a great place to be this time of year. Out in the Southwest, temperatures well above normal, 20 to 30 degrees above normal in some of those cities we've been talking about. Yuma, Arizona, 111 yesterday. Phoenix, there's your 109, breaking that 106. Tucson hit 107 degrees. El Paso, triple-digit figures for you. And then we've got a couple in New Mexico, and Nevada. Ely, Nevada at 87, Albuquerque 93, and there were several in the state of Utah. Let's take a look at the temperatures out there right now on the West Coast. Temperatures 57 degrees in Seattle, Portland's at 59, Billings 51 degrees, Lander, Wyoming is at 48, 45 degrees at Denver, Albuquerque 64. It's only cooled to 79 so far in Phoenix. Yesterday's hot spot in the country was not too far from you. Coolidge, Arizona at 116 degrees. 56 in San Francisco right now. LA is at 65 degrees. So we take a look at what we're expecting today. It'll still be hot in the southwest. Triple-digit figures again. Denver, you could break another record today. Pacific Northwest, unsettled and cool. And with that cool air at the surface, and we've got the moisture pulling in out of the Pacific, a trough that's going to change the weather pattern in the west. We expect rain scattered from Spokane east of the mountains along the coast, as much as an inch of rain in the upslope regions of the mountains of Washington and Oregon, and some of the snow levels will be lowering to 4,500 feet perhaps overnight. And look for thunderstorms to develop later this afternoon as that system moves on shore and across Seattle, the Columbia River Basin. Right now, just some light rain around Portland northward into Seattle, and that's about it. Trail this front down into Texas, and we have an area of thunderstorms that have developed this morning. Some of those are likely to be severe, and we've had a couple of severe weather watches this morning and a couple of warnings. The watch right along the Red River between Oklahoma and Texas.
And when Weather Scope continues, we'll have a look at the extended forecast.
That's right. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us.